Hi again, everybody. In this video, we're going to take a look at what if there was no overtimes in the league, and what if we had 3 points for a regulation win. We'll look at how the standings panned out. Coming up. All right, I'm just going to do our division, so this won't be a long video. We'll talk a bit about it, why I've done this video. This has been one of those things that's been on my mind forever. And let's take a look at it, guys. We'll look at it here. Now, if there was just wins, losses, and ties, like what I grew up with for years and years and years, right? And we didn't have these overtimes and these shootouts, this is what the standings would have looked like last year in our division. Toronto would have got first place. They would have been 45, 21, 16, 106 points. Florida would have got second. They were 42, 18, and 22 for 106 points also, but they have less wins. Toronto would have got first. Tampa Bay, and what's kind of sad about that is I'm pretty sure they would have played Boston. I didn't look at all, I didn't check the other divisions, but they would have played Boston, which would have been, I think Toronto would have beaten Boston last year. Yeah, poor Toronto had to run into Tampa. Okay, Tampa Bay come in next at 39, 23, and 20 for 98 points. And then Boston, 40, 26, and 16 for 96 points. Then come in the Sabres at 25, 39, and 18 for 68 points. Ottawa comes in next at 26, 42, and 14 for 66 points. And then Detroit, 21, 40, and 21 for 63 points. And then the Habs come in at 16, 49, and 17 for 49 points. So if you look at this, and you're wondering why in God's green earth I decided to make this, is because, guys, you've heard me harp forever, okay? Forever about how I just can't stand the fake winner points. But the thing is, I never feel guilty when we get them because everybody else does. So it's like, come on, we gotta get our share too. But I should have maybe marked on the side how many extra points. I know Florida got 6, they were 16, 0 and 6 in extra time, where we were 7, 0, and 11. So that tells you right there the difference that makes. It makes a huge difference in the standings, these extra sessions. It does. So this is how it would have panned out. As you notice, Buffalo still would have been fifth. Still would have been fifth. And I'll show you another example. I threw it on the side here. So if there was 3 points for a regulation win, okay? So if you're wondering how that works, forget it, because you're not going to see, I didn't break it down. I just put the last year's records, but what the exact point total would have been. So Toronto would have been 160 points, which sounds crazy, right? I hope they never do this. Florida would have been 164. So Florida, with this format, would have got first place again like they did our regular format this year. With the old school format, Toronto would have got first place. It's the only time. Then in third place, Tampa Bay would have been 149 points. The Bruins would have been 147. The Sabres would have been 100 points. So, does it seem right that we have a 100-point season that year we just had? No, right? So 100 points right there. And then next come in Ottawa. They would have had 99 points, and the Red Wings 95, and the Canadiens 71. So that format is just, for me, as stupid as the current one that we use right now. Don't ever go with this. Please, NHL, do not go ever with this 3-point format. Please, God in heaven, don't let it happen. I don't ever want this to happen. I would welcome this back in a heartbeat. Me, I know most of you guys, younger crowd, I get it. You guys grew up with it, the overtimes, the shootouts all your life, most of you. So I get it. You don't want to lose what you're used to, But I'm used to this. This is the format I was used to. And I think teams, here's my theory on this, guys. I think teams would not let up, okay? Sometimes you'll see teams almost like having a contract down the end of games, okay, sometimes. I'm going to wrap up with this soon. And it's almost like teams will be like, okay, we're good. We're going to wait till overtime. We'll settle this in overtime. That way we ensure we get a point. Like, I've seen this in games, or at least feels like I've watched enough hockey to spot it. And to see this happen, drives me crazy sometimes. I'd like to see teams play right to the end like it used to be here. I mean, I still see it, don't get me wrong, but I do see games, guys, where it just seems like they're letting up, and it's up to the coach to say, hey, don't let the, You know, we're not giving these guys free points. Get on them. Like, you know, it's up to the coaches to get on their teams. So I would like to see, I'd love to see like overtimes and shootouts just wiped out. That'd be one of the happy. It'd be like early Christmas for me, guys. Honestly, it really would be. I mean, for entertainment value, yeah, it's kind of fun. But I don't like the fact that every single game there has to be a winner. You know, I miss ties. I do, because ties wasn't settled. And next time we see each other, we'll try again. You know, we're going to see each other. And I don't know. I just don't. I don't like when a tie becomes somebody's free win. That's kind of how it feels most of those overtimes for me. And I could live with this format coming back in a heartbeat. This, I hope, never happens, because I've heard this debate, guys. I've heard this many times. I've heard you guys. I've seen you in lounges talk about this. We should bring 3 points for a regulation win. And yes, I do agree the regulation win should be more, of course, than an overtime win or overtime shootout win, especially. Like, you know, or wipe out the shootouts and bring back at least ties that way and get rid of the 3-on-3 overtimes. Then I could live with it, you know? Then I could live with it. I'll tell you what, if they were to change, you know, hear me out here, guys. If they were to change and get rid of the shootouts, the 3-on-3 overtimes, have a 10-minute overtime, okay, a 10-minute overtime, a 5-on-5 hockey, I guarantee teams down the stretch in these games, in these tie games, with 5 minutes left, aren't going to really want to play that extra 10-minute session, that their legs are getting tired, they've been on a road trip, what have you, and they're going to try everything within their power to win in regulation, which is what I want to see brought back to the table. It's what I want to see brought back, guys. I would do anything to see these ties and these 3-on-3 overtimes gone. Ties, the shootouts. If they could just do that, you know, it would be a nice gesture, I would think, for this guy. I wish they'd just do it somehow, because I don't know, it drives me crazy. It does. Whenever the Sabres lose in a shoot, I'm like, what a fake loss. You know, that's how it feels every time. It's, you know, when we win, of course I'm happy. I'm going to celebrate. We're going to talk about it, because we lose more of those games than we win, no matter what. Maybe not the shootouts exactly. I think we were 3-3 in shootouts last year, right? I'd have to check that again. I'm pretty sure we were 3-3. Either way, it doesn't matter. The point is these extra sessions, especially 3-on-3 overtime, the team gets a possession of the puck, and it's like your team's almost screwed automatically, which I don't get. I don't know why they started this 3-on-3. I just don't get it, guys. So yeah, yes or no, wins, losses, and ties. Yes or no, 3-point regulation wins. Yes or no, keep the same format now. I'm guessing the majority of you are going to say keep the same format. My vote gets this, if we could vote as fans. All right, guys, that's it. I got to go out with my dog. I'll see what I can maybe come up with later on when I'm back. My daughter's probably out there pulling out her hair. I'm not out there meeting her and her husband right now. Got to get out of here. See you later, folks.